What's up, guys, and welcome to another Level Up Reacts or review, whatever you want to call this. I don't know, but of course I wanted to hop on here and review or react to the Lego Batman movie, which I saw last Friday. I'm recording this on Sunday due to time constraints. I wanted to get it up right after I saw it, but I did see the movie, and unfortunately, because we recorded Power Up early this week because Greg had some obligations, we weren't able to include that in Power Up, which we normally would if it's something superhero related. But I definitely wanted to talk about it because it's awesome, and it's doing very well, and I don't think enough people are talking about it still, though, because there was a couple of other films. I think John Wick 2 came out this weekend, which also did very well. They kind of overshadowed Lego Batman. So I did want to come on here and just give some quick thoughts about this movie. Now, I will go into spoilers. I'll briefly give you a rundown of what I think about the movie without spoiling it, though it's not very, it's not very, a spoiler-heavy movie, if that makes sense. It's you know what you're walking into in this movie. But, nevertheless, for people who don't want to know anything, I'm going to do my best not to talk about that for, a minute and just tell you what I think. So, to get into the good stuff, the Lego Batman movie, I loved it. It is so good. I personally... Granted, look around the room, I'm a little biased. I love superheroes, particularly. Little known fact about yours truly, I love Batman. So I did like this movie better than the Lego movie, and that's saying something because I like the Lego movie a lot. But the Lego Batman movie seemed to really take everything I liked about it and just hone in on one focus, which I appreciated, and just make a great family movie, a great Lego movie, and a really good Batman movie overall, which I know some reviews have been saying, and it's true. It's a good Batman flick. It really is, and there's a ton of cool stuff in this movie for just Batman fans. So, highly recommend seeing this movie with your family. You could see it with. I went and saw it with my buddy Eric. We're two 27-year-old grown men. Is that weird that we sat in this movie theater together, watched this movie? I don't fucking think so, because I don't believe in these little societal rules that people are putting on themselves. I think if you want to see a movie, go see that shit. But I think it's good for all ages is what I'm getting at. We're both big Batman fans, and there was a ton of cool stuff in here for us, being Batman fans for so long. And even for people who may be older who are interested in this, who love Batman, there's some stuff in there for you too, and there's stuff for the kids, there's stuff for the parents, there's stuff for people like you and me. There's stuff for everyone, so I recommend this movie for the family, for you, for your kids. It's great. It's a really great movie, and just to get it out of the way, whatever you want to say with the ratings, I don't know if you want stars or whatever. I know here on our channel, Lights Up does stars, so I'll give you guys my rating. I would say 4.5 out of 5 stars. Great movie. Very, very minor criticisms coming from me. And I just loved it. I really kind of adored this movie. I really did. So that is the spoiler-free section. We will move into spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you walk away. Though, again, there's not really that much to spoil. So if you want my honest opinion, you'd be fine sticking around and watching the rest of this if you are going to see the movie anyway. But if you really don't want to know anything, I would say take your leave here. So here we go. The Lego Batman movie. What I loved so much about this movie is Batman is such a dick. Their version, the Lego version of Batman with Will Arnett voicing him, is such a dick. And this movie brings him back around. Like the focal point is heart. The way they really are able to change him, by the end, he's still funny, he's still a dick, but I love that at the end he grows a heart. He loves his son Robin, the relationship between him and Rob, the whole Padre thing, the back and forth between Will Arnett and Michael Cera is fantastic, man. They did a great job casting this movie. They really did. And I love that it was a Batman movie. It would have been very easy to shoehorn in all kinds of DC stuff because they're trying to build their brand. And this is WB, and I would imagine in conjunction with DC Entertainment, but yeah, the Justice League makes an appearance. We see there's some really cool voices. I think Adam, I want to say his name is Divine from Workaholics, voiced the Flash. And then, of course, Channing Tatum was back to voice Superman in the brief scene in the Fortress of Solitude when he's going to get the, what is it? The freaking gun that sends them to I can't remember. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So it was cool to have those people back. I think Jonah Hill was back voicing Green Lantern. There were some other Justice Leaguers in there as well, but I loved that this was central to Batman's villains and Batman's world and his whole story. Now, with that said, that was my one gripe about it, and it's not really big. It's just something. I mean, I like that I like that about it. I like that it was a Batman movie. I love the deep cut Batman stuff that they had in there. The stuff about his parents. The stuff they even have, like, you know, they showed a lot. They showed like the Monarch Theater. There was a lot of cool stuff from Gotham and Batman lore in this, while like maintaining that like fun, friendly vibe from the Lego universe. Now the problem with it is they kind of had the overarching threats all involving all the Lego stuff, and I was like, this is starting to kind of feel like Lego Dimensions, where Batman is like driving this forward, but there's so much stuff. I mean, Sauron, and there was like King Kong and Godzilla, and then we had Doctor Who, like Lego stuff coming in there, and like all those people running around in Gotham City. I was like, this is kind of lost what I liked the whole time about it when he brings them out from containment. And also, I thought it was kind of weird that there was a lot of mention of Zod, and then once he broke everyone out from the prison, that Zod was nowhere to be found. I thought that was, I mean, that wasn't a big deal, but I just thought it was something that was kind of weird. I mean, they go up to, it keeps escaping me. I can't think of the Phantom Zone. Jesus Christ, the Phantom Zone. They go up to the Phantom Zone, where Zod is kept, and they talk about that, and then it's brought back. But then we have like Sauron and King Kong and all this kind of stuff, and again, that's fine because that's Superman's thing. You know what I mean? It's not Batman's thing, but just that, and it's very minor. It's not anything. It was just enough to kind of bother me. That I was like, this was great. It was so much Batman, and it was all that Batman world, and I was really interested to see if they could do that. Make their Lego brand and not shoehorn on like the other Lego sets or characters or what have you. And they did a really good job of that. I just thought that it would have been great if they just could have kept it to all the Batman stuff. That said, the Batman villains, Bane was so funny. Who did the voice for Bane? I know, and I'm going to kick myself later, but there was a lot of really cool cameos in here. A lot of comedians doing different voices. I know Conan O'Brien did the Riddler's voice. And man, Bane's voice, I gotta look it up. Bane's voice was just so funny because it was such, that was my favorite thing, is there's all those digs about all the previous histories of Batman, and they make a lot of references to it. We've been doing this for 75 years. And like, I loved how aware they were of the lineage of Batman. There was a lot of cool stuff from Joel Schumacher's Batman movies, a lot of digs at, a couple digs at Suicide Squad, which I appreciated. There was some really good digs at Suicide Squad talking about what a stupid idea, bringing all these villains to fight the villains. That was great. I love the stuff with Batman versus Superman. I thought that was awesome. Comedian Doug Benson did the voice of Bane, which I thought was cool. He was really funny. That was a really funny, it's just spot on almost interpretation of what we thought was funny about Bane's voice in The Dark Knight Rises. So there's a lot of cool stuff, and there was a lot of cool nods to the 60s Batman with Adam, of course, and there was just so much to love about this movie. And on top of that, I thought the action was just great. Like, the action was really, really well done, which I was surprised about. And visually, of course, the movie is such a spectacle. If you have like a 4K television or anything like that, and you don't intend on seeing this in theaters, which I highly recommend you do go see it in theaters. It was beautiful there too. But if you're waiting to rent it and you have a 4K TV, this is going to be like a real treat. It looked great. Like I was saying, the action was just choreographed so well. Of course, the biggest thing is the humor. The humor was on point. The casting was genius. Michael Cera and Will Arnett are so great. Rosario Dawson isn't funny as Batgirl, but she's very good. Ralph Fiennes as Alfred Pennyworth, which I thought was a huge miss because we see that they brought in the other elements of the Lego worlds. I was like, how did they not have Ralph Fiennes do Voldemort? And they did. Voldemort, Voldemort was Eddie Izzard, which is awesome. But I mean, you have Voldemort in your movie, you're not going to have him voice Voldemort? I thought that was so crazy, but maybe there's something contractually obligating him to not play that character outside of Harry Potter. I don't know. But I just thought that was nuts. I think that's WB owned, so I would be surprised if that wasn't doable. It just seemed kind of weird that they missed that, and maybe there was a reason. I don't know, like I said, but that in mind, Zach Galifianakis was a really good Joker. I thought his take was different, and it was funny enough, and it was enough Zach that you got it. You got where he was going for, and it was really funny. Him with Batman, and then being like this like kind of double entendre like conversation about like it was all about like them hating each other, but kind of like loving each other and being like, you know, the yin and the yang to one another. And that whole thing was so funny. A lot of just, there's so much humor in this. It's really hard to pinpoint the exact moments, and I wouldn't want to spoil all the jokes for you anyway, but there was so much to love and so much to laugh at in this. But yeah, I did think we could have used some more. I thought Zach Galifianakis was kind of underutilized, almost. But he did a great job. I think everyone did a great job. A lot of comedians in this, too many to really list. Billy D. Williams did Two-Face, which I thought was so cool. We talked about that on Power Up. I thought that was great because he was signing on to do Harvey Dent in being promised to later be Two-Face in a later movie back in the 80s Batman movies with Tim Burton. And that never happened. So I thought this was great. He's going to get to do Two-Face in this. He like had a grunt, I think. He didn't really say any lines. I was like, well, that's kind of a bummer. I mean, the guy was waiting, and this was his opportunity, and again, it was kind of not there. I mean, maybe I missed it, but I didn't really hear him say anything as Two-Face. But overall, man, a lot of great stuff in this movie. If you are a Batman fan, man, you owe it to yourself to see this. If you're a Lego fan, you definitely want to get out there and see this. If you're a fan of comedies, I would say go out there and see this. It's just a good movie on so many levels, and the minor criticisms I have are really nothing. It's fantastic. I think the reviews that are coming in about it are well deserved. All the high praise for it is definitely well deserved. Again, beautiful to watch, really funny. There's some musical stuff in here that is fantastic, and it's so great. The voice acting is spot on, and the writing is just so strong, and it's there, man. It nails it. Highly recommend seeing the Lego Batman movie. Couldn't recommend it enough, and I hope you guys do go see it. And this begins really our superhero movie season moving forward. I think the next one is Guardians, and that's a couple months out, but this is technically our first like superhero movie, which is really exciting to get into. So I highly recommend it, obviously, and I hope you guys enjoyed if you do go see it. And thank you so much for watching this reacts or review. I don't really know what we're calling it, what to call it anymore. It's kind of both, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please just take a second and click the like button. If you have any friends you think would enjoy it, share this with them. Subscribe to the channel, of course, to keep on coming back. We love to grow this wonderful community we have here, one of the best communities on the internet. So be a part of that and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.